Hey guys, welcome to Benzi's Chaz YouTube channel. So this week, the Anglo-Saxon enthusiast is going to be delving into the world of pro wrestling, specifically NWA Powerrr. And after the intro showcasing the legends and the gravitas of the most prestigious historic belt in wrestling, there's no preamble, there's no intros, no warm-up, just straight to the shot of the fans and straight to the ring. And I like that. I think we live in a world where there's too many individuals that'll pump you full of qualifiers before they showcase what they're going to do or before they get the points across. And I've no time for that. I think that just dilates the validity of what someone's going to say. So I like this approach by NWA Powerrr, just straight to the action. All the teams in the ring there, and it's the tag team tournament, the Crockett Cup tonight. So looking forward to that double celebration also. Not only we're starting the Crockett Cup, but it's the debut of NWA Powerrr on the Roku channel. So looks like onwards and upwards for them. And if I'm gonna put my chips somewhere, if I was a betting man, which I am, I'd probably put it on the JB squad because they look the most formidable as a team. They always seem to know where each other is. There's a lot of great ring generalmanship, as they say, between those two. They've got a continual presence throughout the match, and you're not seeing them hitting the mat too often either. So yeah, big dudes. And I'd say actually maybe a toss-up. I was kind of towards the middle of the match, teetering like a metronome between the JB squad and Size Matters. Size Matters, of course, compromised of Eric Smalls and Sam Stackhouse. Sam Stackhouse, I'm going to show my age right now, but he looks like Obelix from Asterix and Obelix. Absolute beast. Dirty damn heathen, of course, you know, being a Viking and all, but yeah, I ain't messing with the guy. Absolute beast. And yeah, they really put that size from both ends of the spectrum into action. Some really great spots in the match between those two guys, and unfortunately for both teams, for JB Squad and Size Matters, it was the Slime Balls that emerged victorious, which yeah, surprised me. I'm not saying they would have been right rock bottom of the list in terms of who I would have expected to win the match, but yeah, they did the business. Some precarious moments there in the ending of the match with both teams on the apron, and they both looked like a fairy on a fork at some points there, but it was the Slime Balls that emerged victorious. And in keeping with the character, NWA Powerrr straight to the next match. BFT come running out, and in what seems to be mind games, speculated at least by the commentary team, Aaron Stevens comes out after his team, despite being the manager, looking a little dishevelled. They're wondering if this is some sort of a mind play, but you know, when it comes to playing cards, I don't think the Slime Balls are playing with a full deck. So to try the mind games, I don't know if that's the right play to deploy with those two guys. And after some impactful starts, they're slamming him around the ring. Looks like the Slime Balls are in trouble, but in the melee there's a roll up. 1, 2, 3. Slime Balls not only win the Battle Royal, but they just won the first match against the former tag team champions. Big surprise there. So yeah, I'm losing money if I'm putting bets on this show already. So fortunately I didn't. But yeah, that's definitely some surprising starts to the show already. And yeah, the Slime Balls coming up victorious there. I think Aaron Stevens, there's a man that he brings out his own Obelix. He goes into beast mode himself against the referee. Just before Baron von Storm, he puts a stop to it. And yeah, he needs some serious coaxing to release that vice-like grip he has on his head there, the claw. Yeah, the following match then, again, straight to the action again for the NWA Powerrr. Father James Mitchell, who I don't think that guy needs any mind games. He's probably the best manager in wrestling. His team of Misery and Crazy Steve, great team there. And I mean, that's kind of chaos personified, both in Crazy Steve and in Misery, really. So how do you even prepare for a team like that? But if anyone's prepared for them, it's Team Exodus. That's EC3 against Pretty Boy Smooth, I should say. And EC3 pretty over with the crowd. So he definitely has the momentum of the fans behind him. And yeah, pretty decent match, to be fair. I enjoyed that one. He stands over the cup, even throwing in his shades into the Crockett Cup at the start of the match, possibly foreshadowing the outcome of the encounter. And yeah, despite the chaos of the two teams, Team Exodus, Pretty Boy Smooth, and EC3 go over. They win the match, and yeah, that was foreshadowing of the highest calendar there, where he stood over the cup and threw his shades in. So that's Team Exodus also through to the next round. We'll see what the rounds look like right now. The table looks like this, and yeah, it's looking pretty interesting right now. As I said, I think NWA probably the best tag team division in wrestling right now. And we go then to CBD. Carson Bartholomew Drake, he cuts a promo stating how he will get his belt back, the NWA television title, and straight from that, again, you can't even take a breath with the NWA Powerrr, straight to a promo from Rhino, and he's going to be making his presence known very, very shortly in the NWA, and get straight to the point. Then we see Joe Kazana, who to me looks like the Colonel fella, the KFC Colonel. He's kind of selling himself as the new general manager. I guess they're having a vote on that. And you can kind of see from the perspective, you can empathize with the roster, or the 4 or 5 guys from the NWA roster that are kind of, I guess, being shown around his complex, and he's kind of putting his points across as to, I guess, how he's going to become the next general manager. I don't know if they're going to do a vote on that. That remains to be seen. So looking interesting there. I wonder what kind of matches he's making. He already seems to have this guy, Tyler Franks. He seems a young talent. Looks a bit of a unit. Seems to already have him on side. So let's see what kind of future he could bring. Should he be successful? Should he be the one that's voted for? And then this was actually, I should forget I nearly forgot rather. This was preceded by a candid talk with the NWA champion himself, Tom Latimer, who recognizes where he is right now in life and recognizes the importance of the gold he wears around his waist. So straight back then, and CBD, Carson Drake, he excels in the art of the hip dance. I got to say that about him. I think I don't even think Shakira can hold a candle to this guy. I tried to do the hip dance thing that he can do myself. Yeah, I can't emulate that dude on that front anyway. But maybe a little overzealous on his point, because he comes out there, he's all jovial doing his hip dance, but then Brian Idol, his opponent, hits him from all angles. He's flopping around, and he looked like Donkey Kong on Mario Kart, as if he'd just taken a blue bomb, the way he was rolling around there, and he had to take a little breather on the outside. Now he slowly works his way back on top. Then, just as he's getting back on top, we get a Natalia Markova promo, and she's going to be facing off with Kylie Page. She looks pretty intense. She looks pretty locked in, so looking forward to seeing that. That's the promo ready for next week, for next week's episode, so looking forward to that. Speaking of best divisions, I think NWA seems to have the best women's division in wrestling also, so that's definitely one to look forward to. And Carson works his way, as I say, back onto the top. He's got some mean-looking chops, and he does this great move where he gets him in the suplex, the legs kick off the top rope, and boom, slams him down. He's in disbelief, though, as the man there, Brian Idol, kicks out at 2. So he goes for another couple of big moves. Again, I think he's used to putting his opponents out a little bit sooner than this, because he can't really contain his disbelief at the fact that Brian Idol's as resilient as he is, he's still in there. So then he goes for it again, goes for the big suplex off the top rope. Brian Idol turns it around, spins around, bam, kill switch, and 1, 2, 3. We've got a new TV champion. So that's a pretty. I won't lie. If I was to put my bets, I would have been 0 for 3 in my bets for the NWA Powerrr episode this week. So yes, surprise element, 10 out of 10, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what's coming. Looking forward to seeing if this Colonel looking ring general, this general manager, I should say, fella, is going to bring some interesting stipulations. Should he be the one to to be the manager going forward. And yeah, looking forward to seeing who Tom Latimer defends against next. I think Rhino's got to work his way up the top of the mountain. He's a hell of a name in wrestling, don't get me wrong, but yeah, he's not quite at Tom Latimer level just yet. And yeah, let's see how this tag division, this tournament plays out. Looking really interesting now, and I think yeah, CBD's got to go back to the drawing board. But seeing Brian Idol, I mean, there's guys like Thrillbilly. There's hell of a deep roster there for the NWA. So it'll be interesting to see where they go from now. And I think I'd love to see Tom Latimer against. I don't know what James Storm is doing these days, but yeah, in Latimer's defenses so far, he seems to be the man overpowering his opponents. And yeah, I think you take a super kick to the chin, and maybe that changes things all around. So that'll be. And there's someone he used to be in a faction with back in the TNA days. So yeah, they've got history. That could really work. I think Tom Cole's another guy that could really work well with. Just thinking about guys that would gel in him and put on a real spectacle in the ring for the fans. So some great potential in terms of what they can do with Tom Latimer right now. But looking a real formidable champion at the moment. And yeah, let's see what Brian Idol does with the television title. And next week, of course, the women's matches are going to go down, and the continuation of the Crockett Cup. Very impressed with the show this week and looking forward to watching more.